Alright, so for today's video, I decided to react to you guys' Banlist predictions. So I asked you this on YouTube, and I also saw some of your comments on my Banlist prediction video. So today I just decided to go through all of your predictions and sort of like give my thoughts on your opinion. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of fun just going through all of this. Obviously, I read them back when I got the answers and answered to you guys. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be cool to refresh my memory with some of these. So yeah, make sure to like it and share all of your predictions in the comments down below. And I really want to read all of those as well. So getting right into it, the first one is going to be that the banned cards are gonna be Kashtira Birth, Shifter, Branded Laws, D-Barrier, and the Rika Field Spell. Now, okay, limited is Tip, Fountain, Harp Horror, Magnamut. I'm gonna say that the limited section is a little more reasonable, probably. I'm not sure they're gonna limit Tip and Fountain. It might happen, but as for the band portion, it feels like it's more of a wish list than an actual prediction. I don't think the Rika Field Spell is getting hit. It's what's making the deck really good, and it's just such a decent card. I know it's busted and it's a custom card and whatever, but I think it's strong, but not too strong. The deck can have it. The barrier, I don't know, sure, maybe if they decide to do it, they probably won't, because it's a balancing card to some of the very busted strategies, at least in their eyes, probably. Branded Laws, I don't think it's such an issue. I would love to see Birth gone. Let me just say that. Miscellaneous Orders to 3, this is totally a wish list. And if I have anything to say about it, it can just stay at 1. So wish list, 100%, it's not coming to 3. At least I don't think. If it does, I'm just gonna be I'm not gonna be too hyped about it. And Striker Dragon to 0. It might happen. It would break my heart. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. I don't want it to happen though. Okay, so this one is a long one. So Danglan to 1 is fine. Hero to 3. Substitute at 1. Spellbook Judgment Gazelle. Okay, Shifter to 1. It would be cool to see that happen, but not sure. Fenrir to 3. Yeah, okay. Can happen also if they decide to hit something else. So if it stays at 3 is what they mean. Barrage to 0. Okay, so that's just going to stay the same in their opinion. And this is also a reaction to my ban list, so that's why some of these ones are mentioned, that everything is gonna stay the same. Simorg to 1, Glow Up Bulb, Chaos Space still remain at 3, Magnamut to 1, Horror to 0, okay. Tip to 1, Blue to 1. And that Arise card should be banned, Eradicator, and Lobillion to 1. Lobillion to 1 seems very reasonable, and some of these ones up here are also they make sense, but I don't think they're banning Eradicator. It would also be okay. I wouldn't be against it. I just don't really see it happening. And as for Arise card, I feel like they're going to hit the consistency of the deck, not the actual boss monster or whatever, so I don't really agree with this, but would also love to see happen. Eradicator would be banned. Again, I just don't think it's going to happen. Calamities, I would love to see that, but Eradicator it's not when Calamities hits the board, if it actually activates, that's it. And with Eradicator, you're not going to always hit spells or traps, so it's a little more risky, and I don't think it's getting banned. Now, okay, so this one, I read through it already, so of course I have it up on the screen. You guys can read through it, but basically the point is that a limit or ban to Tracer would have to happen. And it's kind of if it happens, I think it would hurt the Rocket engine to the point where it's I don't know if you can really recover from it. And it will be just much harder to play dragons at the power level that they are now, because rockets bring so much to it. So if it happens, I would hate to see it, and hopefully it doesn't, but I don't know, it just might, because it does make sense what this person said. And okay, so the Kashtira Shangri-Ira or Kashtira Birth to 1, and they're gonna reprint Fenrir. Yeah, that's probably going to happen, but Birth to 1 would be amazing. Shangri-Ira, I don't really see happening. Birth to 1 would be really cool though. I just feel that we kind of are hoping for a little more than what we're gonna get. And okay, Kashira Rice Heart and Calamity Band, would love to see that happen. Starter to 1 or Jet to 2, could also see something like that happen. Semi-limiting Call by the Grave, because there are too many graveyard effects. So this part is interesting, because mostly Call by is gonna be used against hand traps. So Sure, I mean, there are graveyard effects there, but like 2 called by the grave aren't going to solve all of the issues. So it's an interesting reasoning, but like, I don't think called by the grave is going to move anywhere on the list. Maybe it gets like randomly banned at some point in time. So the rest of the dragon rulers coming to 1. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how well all of the dragon rulers would do in the format. We would just have to see, but limiting all of them seems like it's a little too much because of their attributes, and they might benefit some of the decks more than, like, I don't know, the wind one, which is already at 1, and so on. But like, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Limit Fenrir again might happen. Both things could happen. It stays at 3 and something else gets hit, or Fenrir actually gets limited. Banning a Rise card, I don't think it's gonna happen. Limiting Shangri-La, another person said that already. Also the call by to 2. Also the Striker Dragon ban. Skill Drain to 1, they probably don't care about Skill Drain. Eradicator, I already talked about. Maxi to 1 is just, I don't know, joke. Okay, Maxi to 3, not gonna happen. So, Red Reboot to 3. I don't think they're gonna do it. I think if anything, they're just gonna slowly start hitting trap cards as opposed to putting Red Reboot to 3. Engage to 3, I don't see it happening because of the splash ability that the engine could provide. Goes out to 3, very reasonable. Mystic Mine at 1 is not going to happen. Misk at 2, now this is something that might actually happen. Misk at 2 just seems like that type of card that would just then remain forever at 2 on the ban list. It just kind of makes a lot of sense. Every card will get banned. I love this one. So, unpopular opinion, but Heat Prosperity to 1. Not really unpopular. I think a lot of people would be for that. I think it kind of makes sense. A Rise card, Eradicator, Shifter, and Gimmick Puppet banned. Okay, so I don't think Shifter is getting hit. Eradicator also. A Rise card would be amazing, but not going to happen probably. Fenrir, Magnum with Sleepy Memory, Harpor, and the rest of the Dragon Rulers to 1. I don't think they're hitting Pearly that soon. I think they're just gonna let it be for some time. And Gaza and Orange Light to 3 makes sense. But now that I actually think about it, like this entire video is like, okay, Gaza to 3 makes sense, Gaza to 3 makes sense. But like Salamangreat unironically just kind of keeps topping, which is very scary, I think. So I don't know, maybe I'm just overreacting because there was another top, but it's kind of like what's Salamangreat doing in 2023. It's very interesting. So they might actually leave Gazelle where it is and just kind of see where Salamangreat goes with the new support. Magnum with Pora Prosperity and Fenrir to 1 and Fenrir to 2 maybe. This seems like quite a reasonable prediction. Kashtira and Labyrinth, Floodgates, certainly. So I'm not sure if they mean that Kashtira and Labyrinth are getting hit and Floodgates, like all of the Floodgates, like I don't know, Skill Drain, D-Barrier or whatever, or just the Floodgates in those decks. So like a Rise card being a Kashtira Floodgate, and then like, I don't know, Gozen or something in Labyrinth. I'm not quite certain what you mean, but I think the Floodgates are not getting hit. Something in Kashtira might be getting hit. Okay, so ban the Rise card, Eradicator, Skill Drain. We talked about all of that already. Unicorn Kashtira, limited. That sounds like something they might do. Like put it to 2, put it to 1. Magnum with Sprite Blue, Glow Up Bulb Trident, Simorgling 3, and maybe Red Reboot. This entire limited list seems very, very reasonable, and semi-limiting Jackalope, Prosperity, Gazao, Change of Heart, Runic Tip. Runic Tip could be limited. But other than that, I actually agree with this entire list. So unlimited, okay, no, Sparsaur, I don't think it's getting unlimited. Everything else might actually happen. Red Rose Dragon, I'm not so certain, but it probably wouldn't do much. So yeah, very good list, I think, actually. Spellbook Judgment to 2, Denglong to 2, Tidal to 1, Redux to 1. Okay, might happen. Gazelle to 3, I don't know, Harpor and Engage. Okay, everything at 3, great. Move the game over to Worlds format and make it 1 game. That's not a prediction, I think. That's just like not gonna happen. Fenrir to 1, Shifter to 1, Orange Light to 3, Eradicator band, Birth to 1, maybe Prosperity to 2. So we talked about all of that already, and Prosperity to 2, I actually could see happening. There won't be a new ban list for at least 2 months. Eradicator ban or 1, Kashtira Rise are banned, Pearly Sleep Memory to 1, Gasa, and Engage to 3. So we discussed all of that. And that's actually the last take. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I like reading your guys' takes. And I think it's cool to like be able to, I guess, exchange our thoughts. And if you have any of your own opinions, make sure to share them in the comments down below. Make sure to like the video and be notified. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.